Hello everybody and welcome to Darlington for D3. Yeah, welcome to Darlington D3. Race number 6 for the Cookout 90. Gonna be 66 laps at Darlington. And we've got 32 trucks lined up and ready to go. So in last place, Dick Cummings, Alfredo Sanders, Benny Reyes, Edward Washington, Byron Parker, Eddie Goodwin, Earl Bell, Ricky Rogers, Jackson Young, Kirk McDonald, Andy Mendez, Dakota Kiger, Reed Jacobson, Casey Hampton, Jamar McDowell, Noah Reed, Terrence Garza, Damon Middleton, Lefty Tolliver, Daryl Norris, Owen Parsons, Todd Petty, Blake Newman, Harry Larson, Rich Fish, Justin Ross, Denver Hurtado, Carl Scott, Juan Marino Jr., Carl Hill, Levi Soto, your points leader, and then Will on pole. Will, fourth in points. Levi Soto leads the points. Carl Hill, second in points. Juan Marino Jr., ninth in points. Edwards Carl not racing for points, although he's 28th. He's actually beating full-time drivers in points. Wow. Could you imagine? Or sorry, Carl Scott. He's not beating anyone. But Denver Hurtado won a few weeks ago. Hi. He's 17th in points. Yeah, Justin Ross 16th, Rich Fish 12th, Harry Larson, I think he's up there in points. No, he's 13th. But Andy Mendez, he is third in points, and he starts deep in the field as he did at Texas. We got 66 laps to begin the Darlington triple header. Where next we have 96 laps, I believe, from the Dex Imaging Series. And then 166 laps from the Cup Series.
Why do I have, like... For some reason, I have no recollection of trucks racing at Darlington, like, in real life.
Because they don't usually race. They do typically the first race. They don't even do the playoff weekend, usually.
Like, trucks at Darlington seems weird to me.
Last time I remember them doing it, they all wrecked on the restart. And the entire field died, so it's probably why. So getting ready to go green. I believe this is the quarter mark in the season for the Mobile One Truck Series. It's important to find your bearings now. Coming to the green. Green flag! We're racing in Darlington. Side by side.
With a slightly better launch, they're going to be side by side through one. Normally you find the outside gets big run out of the turns here. We'll see. That's the same with the trucks.
It is to a degree. These guys are packed together. There's no movement yet. And Soto clears. That's probably the first truck to clear. But now we're going to start finding our way single file.
And mind you, we have not had a wreck this entire season. Yeah, I've had a caution. That was the last race because someone blew up. But no crashes.
Juan Marino Jr. P3 currently having the best run of his season so far. Doing great. Here comes Carl Hill. Wants to send it around that top side. And we'll see if these guys can figure it out. Very difficult track. Soto will be running today in the Dex Imaging Series. There's a little bit of extra practice. Could help him. Will obviously running the 77. Yeah.
Out of all the times we've raced here, I mean, which I think has only been Cup. I don't know if we've ever raced here in the lower series. A Chevy has never lost at this track.
So Chevy looking to defend there. Right to Darlington. As Will currently their best bet. He started on pole. He's P2. And he could have a shot for the race lead. And a chance to win later on in this race. Now he's about the only Chevy up here. I mean, there's two Chevys inside the top 10. It's him and Blake Newman. Blake Newman in the Kellogg's truck. I just don't see him being able to get all the way up there. Oh, car on the wall! Juan Marino Jr. bounces the wall in turn 2. And gonna lose a couple of spots there. Darlington stripe number 1. Here this weekend. Mendez trying to try something down low. Not a whole lot there. Jamar McDowell. Your thumbnail car, which thumbnail cars have won the last 5 races. But he's got a long way to go to do that. He's just inside the top 15, I believe. I don't know what's up with Daryl Norris. He seems really slow. Yeah, engine damage on the 92. Really giving up power. Here's Carl Scott to the bottom in the 69. Oh, and Marino Jr. in the wall again. Gonna tag the wall. Lost a spot there. Now under attack from Rich Fish. Top few cars seem very equal pace. Not a whole lot of speed difference between these guys. And keep in mind, these are some of the longest races we're going to see all season from all these divisions.
Yeah, longest probably despite the Charlotte race.
Yeah. Which obviously, I think Charlotte in trucks is probably 60-some laps. Obviously in Cup it's 200. And then probably Dex is like 100. I think trucks might be 80. Because I think we do 380 that weekend. With the 200 and Cup and whatnot. We're going to drop a little farther in the pack as Rich Fish hits the wall. Justin Ross going to be able to potentially get underneath him. Not quite. Jamar McDowell got tight. Lefty Tolliver making another start in his own truck. Looking to make something happen here. This is a hard track to race. So I'm not surprised about this top 3. Levi Soto, tons of talent. Probably has a ton of tips from her brother. Will obviously has done countless amounts of laps here. And Carl, little bit of a surprise, but he's been so good this season. Who else would be up here?
Yeah, this top 3 is definitely the big 3 so far this year.
Yeah. I mean, I'd argue the 69 is probably part of that, but obviously no full-time drivers, so not going to be a threat for the championship. Hello? You unmuted just to start coughing, by the way.
I'm honestly surprised that we haven't seen the 69 truck win it all yet this year.
Yeah, although part of it could be because they're trying to fund the other CMSR teams. which I don't know how well that's going with them running last and third to last, and at least they've got someone mid-pack.
Ghost Truck Series.
And into the wall, Terrence Garza. Taps it in front of McDowell. Daryl Norris slow on the track. Obviously had engine damage, and I think they're going to remove him from the race, but we'll see. I mean, he is so slow. So they're going to take Daryl Norris out of the race. Too much damage to that car after the engine issue, and they're going to tell him to pull it in. Potential fight for P2 here. Will gonna actually stretch it out there. Had a way better 3 and 4 than Carl Hill, and actually might have closed in on goal 17 Levi Soto there. Didn't overall in the lap, had a bad 1 and 2, but I think in that 3 and 4 was just a little bit better. And this series so far has been a game of inches. It has been fighting for every last spot. And that's what you need to do with this format. Obviously, full season points. Going to be very competitive coming to the end of this year. I would be surprised if we see any series lock up the championship before that last week.
Yeah. Especially with the shorter schedules in these lower series and the amount of plate races we have. It's going to be really hard to solidify a big lead.
Yeah, it's always going to be those plate races that really mess with championship runs and perfect runs in this series. It's always been like that. I don't expect it to ever change. And into the wall. What are you playing on Roblox? What the fuck?
I'm on Roblox.
It says you're Roblox with metal.
I think it's because I accidentally opened Roblox like when the race started because I was trying to open something. And now it still says I have Roblox open.
Fair enough. Anyways, Carl Scott has made his way to 4th. I mean, he's 4 and a bit seconds back from that top 3.
Wait, does Valvoline like have a truck?
Nope.
Okay, that's what I thought. Actually, I think it's Juan Marino Jr. I feel like he might be a Valvoline truck.
Maybe.
Let me look.
For 7th. Harry Larson, who's honestly impressed me this year as a rookie.
Edwards Washington's Valvoline? For 9 cars. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, but he does nothing. But they don't care about this series. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and then I was right. The 71 is also Valvoline.
Okay, well the 71's actually half decent. And Soto gonna get away. Got a blockade to play defense. Carl Hill gets second away from Will through that lap traffic. And here's going to be a big group of lap traffic here. 22nd on back. It's 7 trucks in a long line. Hell, even 8 trucks. Truck in the wall, Owen Parsons.
Graffiti really be winning in any series but Cup.
Well, they don't have a great Cup program. I mean, they have a
like
road course ringer. They have a road course ringer and then a bunch of part-time guys. And I think Bush is going to be their guy next year.
Yeah, they're literally colleague.
Literally. They have an AJ Hallmendinger.
They had a road course ringer win a race. And then the team went full-time in Cup hasn't done anything but their lower series teams. Or their Xfinity team, Dex team. Good.
Yeah.
We have a lot of parallels to real life. Oh, well, this is real life. But...
Here we go. Edward Washington. Gonna just go a lap down. I don't think he can do very much, but actually, Soto overestimated the tires down low. And that's another thing I'd like to talk about. Tires. This is a long enough race where there may be pit stops, and there's a lot of tire fall off, so it could come down to tire strategy. You can have the best outlap on new tires. And a big struggle from Levi Soto getting around Edward Washington. Gonna open it up. These two gonna close in nearly a second in one lap there. Oh, Edward Washington hits the wall. Good.
Wait, why? What does Bowling Sham mean by heartbeat?
Heartbeat hot sauce. Heartbeat hot sauce MCS car win.
Dude. Ghost Cup car win. I'm still talking to CMSR about that. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it.
Okay, then do it. Now! Anyways, big run. Carl Hill and Will have caught.
To reinstall GIMP. Haven't done that yet.
So they cleared that big group of lap traffic. At least the top 2 did. There's a couple more cars here. And after yeah, that's free.
The new GIMP suck. Like
yeah. So go to the archives and just download like 2.8 or something. I'll check what version mine is.
Yeah, because I think we have the same version.
I can't find it. I can probably send you the installer though, after the race.
Okay, that works.
Here we go, Soto to the bumper of teammate Eddie Goodwin. Going top side. Not going to be able to get there. Now, when does Carl Hill try to take a shot at this lead? I mean, there's slower traffic right in front of Levi. I think this could be his shot to take the lead. Halfway through this race. Still yet to see a lead change. There you go, turned down from Soto. Got loose. Couldn't make the pass. Goodwin to the bottom. This is going to create a blockade. Going to help Will out here. Big time. Oh, Goodwin with an issue. Going to slide down to the apron. Tire down on the 14 truck. Could this bring out a caution? And it looks like it might. He's going to get back speeding.
Okay.
Not the group chat talking about heartbeat. It looks like they'll make it to pit road. Here we go! Carl Hill to the lead. Got Soto in one. The slower traffic helped them out. Carl Hill takes it to the top side. Alfredo Sanders. Will tried to make something happen on Levi Soto there. Nothing down low. Earl Bell now trying to play defense against a semi-Toyota teammate. Two semi-Toyota teammates. Say semi because once again Halvoline only runs Toyota and D3s, so not super supported by Toyota this division. Will with a run. And Soto back to third, but not quite gonna stay there. And Eddie Goodwin gonna be a lap truck again that they have to go through. Courtesy of a flat tire. And look at this big group. Benny Rice into the wall. Tolliver through to 10th. This is a huge fight here. The top side, Damon Middleton, 3 wide. Justin Ross gets out of the gas. Benny Rice just sitting there. As Hill slips away into the lead. Trying to win their second race of the season. Which race did they win? Vegas, I believe.
Who?
Carl Hill.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Vegas.
Thought so. And now Jackson Young, Eddie Goodwin, next 2 lap trucks. Actually, Goodwin putting a gap on these guys with the new tires. That's how much new tires does. You go from a lap truck to faster than the race leaders. As Carl Scott has caught Will for the 3rd position. Fredo Sanders to the outside of Earl Bell. Gonna make a great pass around the outside. Perfect move from 28. Earl Bell kind of dumped dirty air on both trucks there. Gonna hurt them both. Keep them in a fight. Jackson Young now in the way. Carl Hill went way too low there. Same thing Levi Soto did. Here comes a run. Levi Soto. to the bumper for the race lead. And there's a big group of lap traffic here that they will likely get to. From 15th to 21st. And another lap truck in there, obviously, Benny Rice. Carl Hill. Gonna have to try something in 3. I don't exactly know what Troy is.
It's like chilling.
You're just gonna watch and zone out.
Yeah. Damn, Blake Newman at 5th is kind of crazy, I can't lie.
I know, I was talking a little bit of shit about him. You know, not being that good. But here he is. P5, by the way, I don't know why it's purple, but blame colorblind people. That's what I always do. I always just blame the colorblind people.
I love that Juan Marino car.
Yeah, I like it too. I like the door where like the Pepsi is. Like how it's, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. Actually, I don't know why I started going forward. I can just go behind and I'll get there quicker. This big group has slowed down so much. They are a second and a half slower than Jackson Young. Because of this fighting. And because of Benny Rice. All this fighting has slowed them down so much.
Benny Rice is a terrorist.
Yeah, maybe. Jackson Young has caught up. Oh, and Levi Soto tags the wall. But it's actually not going to hurt them too bad. She's just doing her best to stay in this fight, get close. There you go, big run around the outside.
Did you hear what you just said?
What?
You said he's just doing her best.
No, I said she. But I said that the S, like, really quiet.
Yeah.
So, Damon Middleton in pit road, I wonder what that's for. No reason. So, likely we could have pit stops? I don't know. I think we might. So many trucks struggling. There's Levi Soto. Gonna have to go through Eddie Goodwin here. Goodwin, remember, on new tires. Or I guess newer tires than these guys. Oh, into the wall! And so is Soto. Back to the lead, Carl Hill. This could drag everyone into the fight here.
Yeah, and I mean...
Soto back to the lead.
Soto does have a pretty teammate to help if she wishes. See, here comes Carl Hill. He's right there.
And there we go. Soto coming down. Levi Soto, first car down pit road. Truck.
I think that's a car.
Close enough. 69 was actually down first. But I mean, if I'm Carl Hill, I want to get down pit road. This lap traffic slowing me down. Or is Carl Hill going to try to go the distance? Middleton, big run on the new tires.
I have a headache.
Juan Marino's dropped all the way back to 10. There's Levi Soto. Dropping in spots. Carl Scott not going to get there. But that's how much he closed in just those few laps. He was 6 seconds back. Now he's within striking range. Like, I could see him potentially stealing this as he's going to keep on getting closer. Yeah, now they've equalized. So does Carl Hill try to go the distance? Or what's the move? It seems like only some people are pitting.
I don't think that's the right decision.
Actually, Will's here! Will has arrived on scene for the race lead. I wasn't even paying attention. Didn't even think about him. Honestly, just thought it was Terrence Garza because he's actually in this pack. Right here. And then I realized that that's the Black Dex car. So Carl Hill.
Walking
Behind.
down Will.
12 to go. 11 now. Carl Hill gonna finally clear this big group. That's big. It's gonna change how these two race the rest of this race. I mean, they're lapped down, so they have to make up a ton of time in just 10 laps. Or 11 laps, sorry. Might have been the wrong move to pit. We'll see. Carl Hill. Big gap to second place. I mean, unless Carl Hill pits, I think this race is all his. Maybe Will could steal it if he decides to race that bad. As I think Will pit. I think. No, where's Will? Maybe he pit the lap before? I don't know. I'm confused. Oh, issue with the 28. Engine damage for Alfredo Sanders. Couldn't get any slower. This big group has kind of been spread apart as Soto left that top side open. Can Carl Scott take it?
Benny Rice is kind of blocking both lanes.
Where has Will gone? Oh, there he is.
What does he even do?
That's why I asked every CMSR D3 driver. Coming to 6 to go. Tires certainly wearing on the 95. Dakota Kiger goes a lap down. In 13th, having a great day. But I believe Carl Hill should take the points lead, assuming this is how the race finishes. Side by side, Cummings in the way. Casey Hampton actually doing solid into 13th around Dakota Kiger. As I mean, the former leaders with Levi Soto. I mean, if they just weren't a lap down, if they would have saved one more lap, they would have a chance at this race.
Just looking like Carl Hill is gonna
drive away with it. I mean, there's just nothing anyone can do unless there's a caution. Which there was at the end of last week. 3 to go. Time ticking in this race. Denver Hurtado likely another strong run with a 4th. Talvaroon 6th. Two laps. And this should skyrocket the 95 to the points lead in D3. Soto likely not going to hold on.
Flag for the 95 car.
Carl
to
Hill
win his second race of the season. A driver no one really expected to even win a race, let alone be a championship contender.
And I would honestly argue maybe even more of a favorite than the 17. 17 has a lot of raw talent, but can't always put together the races. But Carl Hill will win the Cookout 90 at Darlington.
Y'all know about the Colorado 700?
What do y'all know about the Colorado 700? It's a great question. Okay. So up next, we have the Dex Imaging Series, which we will be right back with in a handful of minutes. And, yeah. That was race 6. We'll see you next week at... Is it Talladega?
Yeah.
Okay, so next week, Talladega, I believe all 3 series running that as well.
Yep.
It's going to be a plate race. Going to really, really mess with some people. And we will see how that goes next week.